Hey everyone, welcome back to another stuffing-filled episode of the Retro Gamers Podcast. Episode number 304. Larry here.
And Anthony here.
And how are you?
I am gobbled out.
Oh my gosh, so much food. So much food.
Yeah. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did actually, yes. Friends and mostly actually all family got
Nice.
together. Really, I think maybe the first time really that everyone got together
Mhm.
since the pandemic. So that was really nice.
Very nice.
Definitely still have leftovers going.
Of
So
course.
and as usual, 9 hours of cooking for 20 minutes of eating.
Yeah, that's about that. You don't stretch it out. It's just everything gets slapped on the table and off you
Basically,
go.
just run.
Um,
Just watch your fingers. So
okay. All right, that's
um
fair. Ours is more spread out a little bit, but it's like
well,
it's an Italian dinner.
oh my
So
God. Hey, about
yeah,
to
exactly. There's a lot of that. You start with this, you do a little of this, and then you eat. No,
Manja.
we do our
Good.
courses. So although we have cut out the pasta course,
Okay. Was there ever a
as
pasta?
adults.
Was it,
Oh
really?
God, yeah. So like
Was there?
like it
Okay.
used to be like so what we would do is you kind of have the appetizer plate, and the
Okay.
appetizer plate are all like olives and artichoke hearts and
Ufa.
roasted red peppers
Okay.
and different sliced meats and cheeses like the
Hmm.
pepperoni, the soupasade, all
Hmm.
that stuff. And then after that, then we used to have lasagna.
Wow.
There would be a lasagna. You have the lasagna, and then you take a break, and
Hmm.
then you get to the turkey, the
Oh my
ham,
gosh.
all of the sides. Sometimes you would make both the turkey and the ham.
Oh no, we had that at the
'Cause,
same time. We had turkey and ham. Yep.
turkey, ham, all the sides. Take another break, and then you get to the coffee and dessert. And by the
Oh
time you
yeah,
get
no
to the
coffee
end of the
dessert.
yeah,
Yep.
by the time you get to the end of the night, you're dead.
How was it celebrating Thanksgiving again back in New York for the first time in a long time?
Well, I mean, it was interesting.
Okay.
Um, well, no, you know why? Because like
Very
it's
Christmas
funny.
vacation like.
Very, very. Hey, Grizz,
Grace's been dead for years.
you ain't doing anything constructive. Run into the living room and get my stogie.
The turkey just opens.
Yeah. So no, it was weird because it was funny. I was having this conversation with somebody.
Mhm.
Um, I was having this conversation. I also noticed I'm starting to use my hands more that I came back to New York. It's like
Um,
it's like the Brooklyn
that's
Italians coming in.
that. Yes,
You're gonna see this a lot now.
that's coming out. Yep.
Yeah. But my head, my mentally, time
Mhm.
wise and everything, I'm still stuck in the West Coast. I
Wow.
haven't really acclimated fully to living
And
on
you've
the
been
East
back
Coast.
for a
So
while. Yeah.
and I've been back for over a month, and it's really weird. But you know what it is? I'm still working on West Coast time, so I
I
won't
got
ever
you.
get it fully out of my head.
Yeah.
So there are some days, literally, when I wake up and I feel like I'm off. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's 7 o'clock. I'm like, but it's 10 o'clock in New York. I'm like, no, it's 7 o'clock in New York because I'm in New York, and I've been struggling with that.
Ah.
But despite that though, Thanksgiving in New York was really fun. I got to do something really special for the second time in
Yeah, I was
my
gonna say you
life.
were busy, so
I was busy,
yeah.
and for those of you who don't know what I was busy doing, I'm going to share a little
Oh, okay.
image over here of where I was on Thanksgiving, and there I am
Yes.
in mid wave with my glove. I am not making a fist. Just to be clear,
This is not the Olympics.
it's not the Olympics.
Oh
So
my gosh, look
so
at
yeah,
that.
so I was a balloon handler in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day
That
Parade for
is
the second
awesome.
time, and I
Yeah,
was
that dude on the left is mad.
oh yeah, no, he's totally. I don't know what he was doing, but he was angry. We were talking before the parade. It was his 20th parade.
Wow.
So he had
Very
done it
cool.
20 years running. This was only my second, and
Okay.
if you know the outfit, you know which balloon I
Yes.
had.
Yeah, the minions.
I was a balloon handler for the Minion balloon, which was really fun.
That's awesome.
Um, Absolutely amazing experience. If anybody listening, if you ever get an opportunity to be in the Macy's parade, it's definitely worth the experience.
Oh, I would love to be. I've been in the St. Patty's Day parade a few times
Yep.
here in New York, the big one.
Yeah.
But no, never Macy's. And I have a crippling fear of kites.
So
Um,
so how would you handle like
I
managing a
would
giant balloon?
I'd be dragged on Fifth Avenue or whatever going down, just like panicking because I heard this story one, and yeah, I know, whatever. It's a holiday, so we're gonna talk.
Mhm.
I heard this story one time of this little girl years ago flying a kite, and a low flying airplane clipped it, caught it, and then whoosh, whisked her away.
Mm.
And ever since then, I can't look. It's weird. Like if I'm on the, I can literally, and I've done this, just not as
Did she
high.
land on a haggard old woman and
I
be wound up surrounded by a bunch of munchkins?
I don't know the end of the story, to be honest with you. But ever since then, I'm terrified
Oh,
of kites,
I heard
and
that's how they invented parasailing.
probably probably, and then just have a giant balloon like that.
Mhm.
Then my luck, I'd be like holding the hand, and then that's what knocks over like a street sign and like
Oh,
takes out
yes.
Santa Claus or something like that. So
That could be fun.
so I just can't do it. It's weird. I can't look up. Like I can stand on the edge
Hmm.
of the Empire State Building, no railing, and I could look down with zero issues.
Hmm.
But if I was in the middle of the observation deck with all the safety parameters set up,
Yep.
if I look up, I start to tremble and get weird.
That's interesting.
Very weird. Very
Very,
weird.
very, very weird. I
So
guess you just like to know where the ground is at all times.
I guess so.
Because if you
If it
look up
started
and
coming
you
at me
look up and see
quickly.
nothing, I was
No,
like,
I
you know
guess
what?
that's what it
You know
is. I
what?
don't know.
I wonder how you would do. Now I'm going to turn it back to video games. I wonder how you would do playing like No Man's Sky in VR, where you're just looking into space and there's nothing.
Oh, it's funny too. I was going to start No Man's Sky because it's on. I have the Game Pass, Xbox
Mm,
Game Pass, but in VR, I don't know how. Because I couldn't even get through the trailer,
mm.
the trailer of some of the horror games in VR.
Well, you know what?
Let
Maybe
alone,
next time you visit, we
maybe,
may have to give that a go.
absolutely, maybe this is why I don't like Balloon Kid.
Oh, could be
I hate that game.
Balloon Kid or
So,
Balloon Fight.
but you know what? Balloon Kid is on Game Boy, but
Uh,
Balloon Fight is one I was thinking of.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
and Balloon Kid is basically the same thing, just a
Yeah.
little different. So, but yeah, so that's where. Well, I'm glad you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you had a great one as well.
Yes, yeah, and hopefully everyone out there who celebrates Thanksgiving had a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. And we're gonna get kind of at this point, I think we can get right into things. I mean, Holly, we talked about it last week. We're not going to go into deals or anything, but we definitely got through Black Friday. We
We
survived
did.
Black Friday.
We survived Black
Um,
Friday month.
yes, and Cyber Monday would have been yesterday when this
Yep.
drops.
Yeah, and we got through
And
Black Friday day, which is
yes,
nice.
and we're both here. So, meaning, and I didn't hear many stories about any Black Friday tramplings or anything. So, I think we had a good year. I think all in all was a
Yeah.
good year.
Well, I think Black Friday has kind of lost a good chunk of its luster. And the reason
the luster being 1,000 people just jamming.
yes.
front
So
doors.
we've progressed from trampling people to death to get a television to basically celebrating sales for an entire month.
Yes.
And then just buying most of them online. Like, to be honest with you, there weren't.
Agreed.
Yeah, from what I saw online, there really was not a lot you needed to be in person to
No.
get.
No,
Like, I
not
mean,
a
I
lot.
was seeing 4K TVs, like 65-inch 4K TVs online for like $450.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know how you're going to get something that much lower in person.
And
So,
and with social media, just like with my personal social media at more 365, I didn't see anyone, like there was no posts about, hey, I'm here, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, ready to get my Teletubby or whatever. So yeah, I just think people just kind of was like, you know what, yeah, let's just do everything online and
Mhm.
have it shipped. Even if you were to pay for shipping, it's still worth it. So
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so I think overall, I think so I don't think Black Friday has that type of impact that it used to
mhm.
have. The sales are still there. The
Yeah,
sales
of
are still there.
course.
And to be honest with you, like, I think a lot of the sales weren't as big as they've been in years past. Like, I saw stuff on sale, but I didn't like, there was nothing standing out to me where I was like, oh my God, like I have to grab this,
Agreed. Agreed.
So a little underwhelming. I did wind up braving a shopping mall,
Did you really?
not on Black Friday, but on Saturday.
Good Lord, which one
Uh,
did you go to?
um,
If you're back in New York.
Yeah, so I wound up at no, I didn't go to King's Plaza. Uh, I know that's what you were thinking. No, I wound up at the Queens Center Mall.
Oh my God, I haven't been there in years,
Yeah, no, neither
decades.
of it. Decades. I
Yeah,
literally have not been there in decades, but I wanted to go there because I'm obsessed with the Cheesecake Factory,
you
and
are
it's the
unhealthy.
closest.
That's coming from me.
It's not unhealthy. I order off the Skinnylicious menu.
I meant mentally.
Oh yeah, mentally. Yeah, it's mentally unhealthy, but I order from the Skinnylicious menu, which is good. But that's the closest Cheesecake Factory I have.
I
So
can't believe it. Okay.
yeah. So drove out there, and literally walked into GameStop on Saturday, the day after Black Friday.
Hmm.
Um, Walked into GameStop to see what was going on in there. There were two people in the store.
Wow.
That's it. And I walked around and I just looked around and I'm like, I think they had already pulled all the ads down, everything. I walked in and I'm like, I would not know that there's a sale going on, because if you go on their website, the sales are
Yeah.
still going on. They may not be going on anymore as of Tuesday, but as of
Hmm.
this recording on Sunday, they're still doing their Black Friday sales, most of them.
Hmm.
You wouldn't know that walking into the store. I walked into the store and I'm like, okay. And I just walked out after like 2 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't even know what's going on. So I wound up not buying anything.
Okay. There's that story.
I'm not buying anything, but I did have a wonderful lunch.
Good.
No. But in terms of shopping on Black Friday, I did go online. I did
Okay.
look around. And after I took care of the nieces and nephews, because they're priority, right?
Oh, that's what I should have shopped for on Black
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, that is exactly what I did. Black Friday, the first thing I did, nieces and nephews, got them out of the way.
I just thought of myself.
Because you're selfish.
I didn't even, that's why I don't have nor want children. Yeah. But okay, exactly. No, good move though. Good move. So you picked up
good move. So I got them taken care of, and then I went shopping for myself, and I did pick up 2 Nintendo Switch games, because Nintendo Switch games are always the last things to go on sale.
They really are.
They really are. So, and I like physical copies, so it's even harder to find deals for physical copies. So I picked up 2 games. As of this recording, they have not arrived yet.
Okay.
So I can't show them off, but they're 2 fairly new games. They're just well-known games. So I picked up a new Pokemon Snap.
Oh, okay.
For Switch, because I love the original on N64.
You did. I remember.
I did. Yeah. I really enjoyed that game. So I picked up new Pokemon Snap. I figured I'll have a lot of fun with that one. And then I picked up Atari 50th Anniversary Collection.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. What do you mean you cannot wait?
I can't.
I thought you bought it already.
No, I'm holding out because. So you got it for Switch, you said, right?
Holding out is unhealthy. Just let it go.
Trust me. So you got it for Switch. Yeah, it's available on everything. But now, if I'm gonna get a game with about over 100 Atari games on it, I'm gonna get it for the only system it should be played on, the Atari VCS.
I see. Yeah,
and it's available right now. Yes.
Yeah. See, now, do you see a problem with this?
No, because here's why. I figure they want to put some finishing touches on it to make it really special. Because hey, if you're one of 5 people who purchased an Atari VCS, we should make this game special for you. Okay.
And if they release it and it's the same exact thing, what do you do?
Then I just sit there with the controller that should be used for an Atari game. I have, the Atari, the traditional Atari controller. I did reach out though on Twitter, all joking aside, to Digital Eclipse, who they are just magicians over there. What they do with these, because they are the ones that tend to do these like re-releases of old games. They modernize them for the new systems and stuff like that. So them and like M2 are tremendous. But I asked Digital Eclipse, I'm like, hey, look, is there any chance this is coming out on the VCS? And they did say, yes, they're finalizing some things, but it will eventually come out on the VCS. So
eventually is the key word.
So I am holding out on it, but I almost pulled the trigger on the Switch version because they showed off a I wouldn't even call it a hidden game. I guess it would be a hidden game. So there is kind of a hidden game on the Switch.
Okay.
It's called Touch Me.
Whoa.
I think I didn't look much. I think it's like a Simon game.
Okay. I thought maybe it was like a sequel to Sneak King for Xbox.
Those games were awesome. I don't care what anyone says.
Creepy.
I think I still have one of them.
Creepy. I do not have one.
Sneak King was creepy.
It was just flat out creepy.
I think that's the one I have, or maybe the racing one. But yeah, no, Atari 50th, because I picked up Atari Mania. Uh-oh. What do we got? Oh, we got to guess.
We
I
gotta
don't get
guess.
it. In California,
Mhm.
Link was the one who kept intruding. Now in New York,
Yeah.
it's all about snow.
Well, you know why? Because when we record now, we're not like when I was in LA, we would record at like 10
Early.
a.m.
Yeah.
Right? It would be 7 a.m. by me.
Yeah.
So she was all good. Now we're recording at the same time around 10 a.m. It's treat time for her. So she bothers me until I give her treats.
The way
So
your
that's
ears
why
though, she has that very, very kind of like
this is gonna
sign of
happen.
the devil ears.
This is gonna happen a lot. And now she's just like rubbing up against everything to get in my way. Right? Right? You getting in my way? Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, all right. There we go.
There you go. There's a
And
nice
there's the
shot.
tail.
And now we're gonna do this.
So so long story short, I will get the Atari 50th anniversary. I got Atari Mania on the VCS,
Okay.
which that's an awesome game. Check out Atari Mania. And what I love about it is that when I played it, it actually, I'm sure that this is only on the VCS, it actually suggested to use the original Atari controller for it, I guess, to
Oh,
really get
cool.
the full feel of it.
That's
But
cool.
all right, cool. Well, let us know how 50th anniversary Atari 50 is,
I
and
will.
Pokemon Snap when you eventually get them.
Okay, we'll do.
So that's cool. Anything for the Steam Deck?
No. You know what I did do for the Steam Deck? I did look at the
Turn it
sales.
on.
I did turn it on. I did turn it on. I played a little bit of it. Again, I still want to play. I want to get
We'll do a full
involved.
detail
Yeah,
later.
I want to get
Exactly.
involved in a
Yep.
game so I can give a
Yep.
good review. I haven't really. I just touched a couple of the
Okay.
board games I downloaded.
Okay.
But I did download the Garbage Pail Kids game. You gave me the code
Yes.
for, so
I
thank you
did.
for
I
that.
gifted that to you. No problem.
Yep, thank you. So I'm gonna, I will get to that. And then yeah, hopefully maybe next week we'll see. Maybe I'll have an actual review because there's I wanted to try Civilization 6. I bought that.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
So and I know that's like an involved game, but I
Hmm.
also just want to sit back, relax um with it and just fiddle around. So
Okay.
yeah,
Fiddle about.
do some
All right,
fiddling.
cool. Speaking of Garbage Pail Kids, actually, it's funny because yes,
Uh-oh.
no. I ordered. We talked about this a few weeks ago. I ordered this the physical copy on. It's a new game, brand new game,
Mm-hmm.
physical copy on NES, and I'm really enjoying picking up new games for old systems. It just, I don't know, it's fun. So it is
Yep.
what it is, but it can be a little pricey at times,
Yeah.
because you're paying. Nowadays they give options, and Kickstarter's doing this as well. You get the option, and I'm not even talking about like the ROMs or whatever, because I'm not there yet to use these systems just for the ROMs, which are 100% legal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not, it's just I'm not. If I'm going to get it, might as well get the physical copy. If I'm using an NES, a Super NES, things like that. Again, Switch, digital all the way. So anyway, so I pre-ordered Garbage Pail Kids in a physical NES box and copy. And yes, they gave me a free Steam code, which yeah, and I gave to you. So to use on your Steam Deck of all games. Um, but a lot of times you'll get the option of either getting cart only, and again, Kickstarter's doing this often,
Mm-hmm.
cart only, or in box. And I've picked up a few inbox games, but again, I'm running into this dilemma again. Room, boxes, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't mind if I'm just buying the game, especially on Kickstarter. I've been leaning towards the option of cart only because the way I store the games as well, it's been mostly cartridges,
Okay.
other than Genesis, because Genesis, it just is what it
Right.
is. Um, but I do have some boxes. But one day I'm like, with the new games, I'm not doing this with all, like, I have Contra, Super C, Probotector, original in box. So what I'm about to mention, those don't count for.
Okay.
But the newer ones, new games, I'm like, do I need the boxes? Again, this situation, if I'm going to resell stuff, it means I'm in dire need of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't plan on reselling. So I actually went through a lot of them, new games, and I started chucking the boxes.
Mm.
I kept the instruction booklets, but I was throwing away the boxes. So I'm like, all right, I don't really need these. Again, these are new games. But then
Do
I
you
thought to
do,
myself,
hold on? Do you
yeah, I'm sorry.
realize that new games one day will become old games,
No, I know,
and
but
then it's worth having the boxes?
but like these games, Jane Silent Bob Marlboro, no offense. Like, is that gonna? Well, it might. You never
Yeah.
know. I guess.
Well, here's an example. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Collection.
collection that I no was it Shredder's
Oh,
Revenge?
Shredder's Revenge, yes.
Yeah, I bought the digital copy because I didn't get the physical copy
Hmm.
in time from limited
Hmm.
run, and then I finally got the physical copy.
Hmm.
I'm like, it's a new game. I'm like, but because it, only so
Limited
many of them,
release.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was a limited release in physical. The physical copy is already worth more than I paid for it.
No, which I get. But again, these are games I don't plan on selling. I really don't do stuff to resell. Honestly, if I'm reselling stuff, it's just either I'm just not interested in it anymore,
Mm,
but I'm not looking to make a buck off of it. I
okay.
never have. So anyway, so I started going through the boxes and I literally systematically one night went through Game Boy games, NES games, Super NES games, from
Hmm.
Kickstarter. You know what I mean? These are mostly Kickstarter games.
Yep.
And I just started separating out, took the insert out. I literally flattened the box
Yeah.
because I was going to keep them. I was going to hold on to them, store them in the back like what you do.
Yeah.
So I wanted to flatten them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm
Understood.
like, oh, I don't need the inserts. I'm not worried about that because if I put it back together, it is what it is. So I put all the inserts in a garbage bag.
There you go.
And then I put this into my recycling and it was on the curb. I have the bag still.
Yeah.
I also then, when I had the
So
box of, go ahead.
so you were having trasher's remorse.
Because when I had the box of boxes out, these are the boxes themselves.
Oh,
Because I'm like, you
geez.
know what? Let me get rid of them. And this was out on the curb.
Oh
And
my
then at
gosh.
I don't know, like midnight, all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't need to get rid of them. So I ran outside and,
At
and
midnight.
luckily they were on top.
Yep.
And with the other people, coming in and collecting cans,
Yep.
I took these back out.
Okay, Larry. With all of the pop figures you have, with all of the pop figures you have, is it really that big of a deal to save a couple dozen video game boxes?
Trust me, the struggle was real in my head.
Just throw
The
out some
struggle was
pops.
real.
Throw out some
What happened?
pops.
Oh
Throw out some pops.
no.
Open
Well,
some
actually, I
pops
might. If you see, there is a shelf behind me
with hot
that
sauce.
is Sans Pops, and it's been replaced with hot sauce because that was going
Yes.
for a while.
Have you
There's
parted with some?
not yet, no.
Okay.
But I might. I got to see. I got to go
Okay.
through and I got to see. And it's all again just more for
Yeah.
storage.
But no, but in all seriousness though,
But
like
I
they're
don't even know
really
where I'm going
like,
to put these.
well, again, buy a small like plastic storage bin and just put them in there.
If the camera only reached to the back room to see
Mhm.
how much room I don't have.
No. And Larry, I understand this. Trust me, I'm like a professional in like
Can I hire
storage.
you then to come
Yeah.
over here?
No. I would totally do that. And
Oh,
hell, I would live
no.
stream that for our podcast.
The problem is I can get you and my mother over here, and between the two of you, we'll throw out 80% of my stuff. And I
That
mean
is
literally
that is
chuck it
not
away.
that is not true. That is not true. My cap is 70. So
My mother has gone about 90, maybe 95.
no.
So
No, I would not throw anything out, but what I would do is that I would try and find ways to maximize your storage. That's all.
that I do need. Well, here's the other thing. Now I'm in a dilemma because now I want to put the boxes back together.
Mm-hmm.
So to go through this, I still got some plastic pieces from the Super Nintendo cartridges.
I can see that.
Right.
For those of you who are not watching, Larry's holding
yeah,
up
that's right.
a garbage bag full of
Well,
inserts.
it's a recycling bag. Don't say garbage. It's not refuse. Okay.
Recycling bag full of
So these are still
inserts.
clean.
Here.
Let's see.
Larry, I don't know what to do with you. I really don't.
But these are all
Well, at least
Yeah,
it
we'll
didn't
see.
wind up getting collected like your retro freak.
that deserved to be thrown out.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did, quite
No, it did
frankly.
not. That was
So
a beautiful system, and you made a big mistake.
I'm very happy what I did with that. So
anyway.
we'll see. But let me ask you, let's throw this out to the masses out there. I mean, should I put these boxes back together?
Yes.
If I put them in storage.
Yes.
Should I put them back together?
Yes.
Do I hire someone to put them back together?
Yes. I'm on.
I remember which inserts go with which box.
You can find me on TaskRabbit, and my rates are there. My hourly rates.
I will say this though: for not all the NES boxes had them, but for some of the NES boxes that still had the foam.
Oh yeah,
Those are gone. Those I chucked in the regular
Oh
garbage.
no.
Yeah,
Why?
because everything was getting thrown away. And you can't recycle foam, so I put it in the regular garbage, and I wasn't going through that garbage. So we will see.
Man.
Status to come.
Keep them, please.
Nope. And speaking of new games, because again, like I said, these are all new games.
Right.
I do want to throw out here that there are actually three re-release. Well, yeah, three re-releases. I just want to throw out there for you, folks, if you're looking for that I think are awesome. And I just want to just kind of make mention of them. So, first of all, and the first two are from Retrobit. And Retrobit, they put out amazing re-releases.
Okay.
The Wily Wars was a phenomenal cartridge.
Oh,
and
yes.
highly detailed. Undercover Cop for the Super Nintendo. That was a game that was originally only in Japan.
Oh my God, I don't even remember that one.
No, we never got it.
Oh, well, that would be why.
Exactly. And it's in this like and they their shells are always like Undercover Cop is this translucent orange.
Ooh.
And Wily Wars was like a blue, again, like a translucent, like blue with like a star field on it or whatever. So Retrobit has come out and they are re-releasing now. They are doing for the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom Battletoads Double Dragon.
Ooh.
The last year or earlier this year, they had the NES version, which unfortunately I missed out on.
Okay.
And I heard that collection was phenomenally the box and everything. The cartridge came with its own stand. But with this one, yes, 16 bits, Battletoads Double Dragon. It's cool. They have like the North American version. And for those ordering the Japanese, like in Japan, they'll get the PAL. They'll get the Japanese version, the Famicom, Super Famicom version.
There you go. You got there.
Eventually.
Took a second.
So very cool on that. Check that out right now. Pre-sales are going on. It's an open pre-sale, and that pre-sale ends December 27th.
Okay.
Through Castlemania Games, through Limited Run. I order through Castlemania. Then various places in Europe.
Well, we know why you do that.
They are actually, because you know why? Castlemania. When you sign up with Castlemania and you order from them, you do get reward points.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh no, I've definitely gotten some games for cheap because of that.
Okay.
So pretty cool. They're also, and if I knew this, I would not have gotten it on the Switch. They are re-releasing for the Genesis / Mega Drive, Glay Lancer, which is a side-scrolling shoot 'em up.
Oh, never heard of it.
It's a game from 1987 is when it was released. And I've seen reproductions, repro copies and everything for the Genesis, but then it was released digitally on the Switch. And again, there was nothing in sight for a physical copy release. So I picked it up. It is a fantastic game, but I totally would have gotten it on Genesis because it's got this sweet, like clear ruby shell.
Oh, that's
red ruby
cool.
shell. Yeah. And those pre-orders are going again through December 27th. Again, same websites. So that's pretty cool. So 2 games from Retrobit. And then one I found out yesterday, a new game for the PC Engine / TurboGrafx.
Oh.
This is the first time I've seen this. It's a game called Dino Force. Another shoot 'em up.
Okay.
It's always tough when the games are released only in Europe because the conversion rate is terrible on our end.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's like, granted, this includes shipping, so it doesn't hurt as much if I was to pull the trigger. It's like 83 or 85 euros.
Okay.
Which is almost $100 here, maybe like $93 here. So a little tough to pull the trigger on that. But again, it's a brand new game, a previously unreleased game for the TurboGrafx. But it comes on the Hue card and it will play in the systems. I just thought that was interesting because that's the first time, again, I ever saw a new published game for the TurboGrafx for the PC Engine.
That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I would think that somebody's making games for the TurboGrafx.
I just never saw them come out. Yeah, I don't know.
So
now that one's not available. Like that one's really more, you got to search for it. Not that it's hidden, it's just like really being sold by the people who made it. So it's kind of weird, but is what it is. But nevertheless, 3 very cool games being re-released for old systems. If I do get any of these, I will hold on to the boxes.
Okay. Please do.
Because if I'm paying that much, I should hold on to the boxes.
I think if you're paying anything for a physical copy, you should hold on to a box. Should not matter.
I don't mind ordering just cart only though, so that part doesn't bother me. But
If
we'll
you
see what
order
happens.
cart only, then you order cart only. But if you're gonna buy something and it comes with packaging, keep the packaging.
If it comes with styrofoam peanuts.
That's right. You keep those peanuts, right? You keep the peanuts.
Oh, look at that. See, my camera's over here now, so I always miss.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Another wonderful shot by Snow. And I know what kind of profession she might be shooting for. Hey, one more thing on my end, because I finally put the batteries in and I love these. I just got to get the hooks for them. We showed these last week, the Christmas tree ornaments.
Yes.
So here's the Super Nintendo one, and I absolutely love it.
Go for it. Can't hear it.
Can you hear it now?
Now I can. That was weird.
Oh, I don't know if that's going to come through then. All right.
That was very weird. I heard the last bit of it, but
okay, then maybe because all right, let's try this. Genesis.
Yep. Heard that. Beautiful.
And it goes on for a while too. I don't think it stops until you hit the button again.
Yeah, it does go on for a while.
That would be annoying, but yeah, very adorable.
So yeah, and now all of a sudden, because you played those, you are coming in low on audio, which is really weird.
Oh, you know why? Oh, no. I see. Hold on.
What'd you do?
How about no? Here we go.
Nope, you're much better now.
Yeah, I didn't realize it did that.
It auto adjusted.
It sure did.
Oh so yeah, definitely did. I have both of those ornaments. They're awesome. I also got the Breath of the Wild Link, which is great. It already up
looks
on my
awesome.
Looks
awesome.
fantastic.
Terrible game, but
already
looks great.
Up on my tree. One of the best games ever. And then I did not realize the Super Nintendo ornament, the one that you just showed.
Yeah.
I ordered it again because I forgot that I bought it last year.
Way to go.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the box for the ornament has a different year on it.
Yeah, exactly. It said 2022 on it.
Yeah, same ornament, different year on it. So now I'm like, do I keep it now that I have two? Like 2 different years?
But the ornament says 2021.
Yeah, because it came out last year.
Bastards.
So now I have 2 of them. And then I also bought the Raccoon Mario.
Oh, very cool.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yep.
Also not realizing last year I didn't buy Raccoon Mario. He wasn't out last year. But last year I bought Super Mario World Mario with the cape.
Okay.
And they're basically the same ornament. They're in the same pose. They're flying, except one's a little bit bigger than the other, and then they have the different like instead of the cape, the other one's got the raccoon ears and the tail.
What do we need to do for a new Mario ornament? Let's see. I don't know. Fiddling with. Oh, the cape just comes off. Yeah, all right. Throw a tail on
comes off and just add that. Yeah. So, but they look really great on my tree. My tree is definitely getting overtaken by video game ornaments.
Mine too. I just put up my tree and I bought a new tree this year, completely underestimated how big a 3-foot tree is. And
it's a good size.
No, it is. I just thought it would be a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger. You should have gone bigger.
What was it?
4.5.
That's probably what I should have gone, but it's okay. I got it set up. I got a little nice thing set up in the front because I got some Christmas pop vinyls that I have out there.
Well, next year get a 4.5. It'll be perfect. But like I was also marveling at like how many Zelda ornaments I have now. Because like I have
hey, you love Zelda.
Yeah, like one year they made a Zelda original NES Legend of Zelda cartridge.
I remember that.
The gold cartridge. And I bought that right away.
I don't blame you.
It is like heavy. It's as heavy as a brick. You can't put it. You literally can't hang it on the tree. Like so. I basically have the hook on the tree, and then the cartridge is resting on the branch below. Because if you don't do that, I'm afraid it'll take the whole tree down.
What Anthony's not saying is that it's an actual cartridge. It's an actual NES cartridge.
No. What I'm saying is it's heavier than an NES cartridge.
No, I have a couple of ornaments. I think I have a Boy Scout ornament that did that, and another one. But yeah, so
but I do love all the musical, like the video game musical ornaments I have now. I have at least 3 or 4.
I think these are the
So
only two that I have.
I have
So,
these two, and then I have a Zelda where it's the actual Link from the original cover art,
oh,
and he's standing on top of a stone,
mhm.
and it plays the Legend of Zelda theme.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is really cool.
All right,
So,
cool.
and then I have these cute little 8-bit Link and Zeldas that came out last year. Like they're this small.
I have an ET like that from the video
Yeah.
game. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like that, but Link and Zelda. So those are really cool too.
awesome. All right, very cool. Yeah, we'll take some pictures of our Christmas trees and we'll show them as far
Yeah.
as that is concerned.
Yeah, we'll show
Other
some Christmas tree stuff. And since we're talking about
oh
Christmas and the holidays, Larry, there's something
yeah,
else we need to
uh,
talk about.
go for it.
All right. So we did this a couple of years back. We skipped last year because we couldn't get ourselves together, because we're like that. But we are gonna have a Retro Gamers podcast holiday giveaway this year.
Yes, absolutely.
So again, we're gonna be doing basically we're gonna put together a bunch of retro goodies. We'll reveal them at the time of the actual giveaway
Mhm.
of what you're going to be getting. So it's kind of a mystery retro giveaway for the holidays. So be on the lookout for how you can enter our contest.
Yes.
We're going to be giving away my cat at this rate. She keeps interrupting the podcast.
I'm gonna stop paying her.
Right? Yeah, you want to be the third host? Yeah, you do. There you go. See?
I will do an entire episode if you can get her to sit in that chair
Sit in this
for
chair.
even 20 minutes.
So be on the lookout for how to enter the contest. We're going to be giving away doing the giveaway on December 20th, on our December 20th episode, which is right before Christmas.
Mhm.
So for anybody who's listening or watching, again, be on the lookout. Look at our social media pages. We'll give out the information on how you can enter our holiday giveaway contest.
Yes, and just in case someone's battery dies on their podcasting audio equipment that they're listening to, where can they find us? Where can they look for those rules?
Well, you can look for those rules on Facebook.com/Retro Gamers Podcast, on Instagram at Retro Gamers Podcast, on Twitter at Retro Gamers Pod. You can also find it on YouTube at Retro Gamers Podcast. Those will be the social media places that you can find them. If you have trouble locating them, you can always email us at email@theretrogamers.com.
Absolutely. Wow, she is just defiant.
No. This is it. This is the stare down until I give her treats. She's like, I want treats. I want them now. I will interrupt your entire show until I get my treats.
Maybe we can get.
I hate to break it to her, but she's got to wait a few minutes longer.
I think we can get that. What's that? KLR dub, that guy who does all the animal dubbing.
Yes.
You might be able to send this in.
Look, she's just photo bombing.
Listen, human, stop talking.
Stop talking.
Who's that cat? Who's that cat on that screen in that window?
Who is that?
All right, I guess
cheating on me.
We'll start to get ready to wrap this up. Then,
well, I got a few bits of retro news before we wrap it up.
No,
totally,
I didn't say we're going to wrap. I'm just saying we're getting there.
Okay, yes, we are getting there.
Our director, Snow, is telling us.
Our director says, hang up or else, basically, just end the show. And I only got a couple of bits of retro news to share. We got one retro birthday this week. It's a 25th retro birthday. I don't know if you played this game or not. I did not. I was not big into this series. But I did get the game on the Switch that I enjoyed, and it made me want to go back and play the other ones. But it's the 25th retro birthday of Bomberman 64 on the Nintendo 64.
Okay, wow, 25. Yeah, Bomberman, you're right. A series I never got into. It was really heavy on the Turbo Graphics. Eventually came over to Super Nintendo and everything.
Yep.
I think I played a little bit of the new one, that Super Bomberman. I think it actually the one that was available on Google Stadia. And,
so you got a refund on that one.
No, I think it was one of the free ones. So not so much. But I'm still waiting. I did get a refund on the game, just waiting for the refund on the hardware.
I gotcha. Okay. But so happy 25th retro birthday to Bomberman 64. Other bits of news. There's one that, full disclosure, I had to reboot my computer right before we recorded, so I can't find one of the bits of news. But
well, while
Numbskull. Do you know? I don't know if you know who Numbskull
Rude.
is.
Oh,
Besides you, um,
collective heads of Knuckle.
yeah, basically. But Numbskull is a design company, and they are
Yes.
going to be celebrating the 25th. No, I'm sorry. I'm not saying 25th. I said 25th for Bomberman. The
Yeah.
45th
Oh,
anniversary of Space Invaders is next year.
wow.
45 years,
Good Lord.
1978.
Okay.
Space Invaders is 45 years old, and so Numbskull Designs. You
Mhm.
can go to numbskull.com. They are celebrating it with a quarter scale arcade cabinet of Space Invaders
Ooh.
called a Coin Edition. It's coming with a coin, like a
Oh,
anniversary coin.
oh. Ooh.
And then the cabinet is a 17-inch playable Space Invaders cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
It uses the original arcade ROM.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, like that,
Yeah.
but bigger.
Bigger, yes.
It includes a mirror screen with the Pepper's Ghost effect based on the original cabinet. Really
Okay.
cool.
Yep.
The original artwork is going to be there. The buttons match the original, all of that
Beauty.
stuff. It's going to be shipping in June of 2023 for delivery July and August.
Okay.
And they're going to be very limited edition.
Mm.
And they're doing Space Invaders and Space Invaders Part 2.
Ooh, limited edition. Space
Limited
Invaders 2,
edition.
that's an interesting
There
one.
are also
Okay.
exclusive signed editions
Oh.
that you can get if you want the signed ones. Those are going to be limited to 78 copies
I know, I get
and
why, but
70 and
still.
79 copies for part 2. So,
Okay.
well, because of the year they
No, of
came out.
course, yeah.
And then there's another
Oh,
exclusive.
Space Invaders 2 would be a separate cabinet.
Yeah, two cabinets.
Oh, I thought
Two
they
different
came in the same
cabinets.
game.
No,
Okay, I
two
got you. I got
cabinets.
you.
Two cabinets.
Okay.
And then there's also a special quarter scale arcade cabinet that comes with a stool. So you can
You
get
gotta
the
be
stool
kidding me.
edition as well.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
man.
with a little stool.
I got so much money to pay off.
So
This is
so
ridiculous.
check out Numbskull. I don't know if you can pre-order it now, but look for pre-orders on it
Okay.
for sure. Wanted to bring that up. Another thing to bring up, we talked about last week how Pokemon Scarlet and Violet dropped.
Yes.
And they released, and as of those games now, we officially have 1,000 Pokemon in the Pokédex.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
people are not enjoying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet
Really?
that much.
Every time I log on to my Switch, I see like 3 or 4 of my friends playing them.
Yeah, but
So
apparently the open world design has a bunch of performance issues and glitches.
awesome.
So, but it's getting to the point where some people are so upset with it that they're asking for refunds. And
Really?
for once, they're getting them.
Wow.
Like Nintendo, I don't know if it's Nintendo or what's the Pokemon company? Jeez. Yeah, it would be Nintendo.
Yeah, well, it'd be,
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
Pokemon
But
company, but it's probably Nintendo.
right. Nintendo has actually been issuing refunds to some people who are just fed up with all of the glitches in the Pokemon games.
I mean, is this
Scarlet and Violet?
even those who purchase digitally?
Yeah.
Now that's big.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing for a physical copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, digital copy to get a refund.
Yeah.
Like I think only one other time that's happened.
Yeah,
Not
I think
with
so.
Nintendo. I feel like one of the WWE games. Remember that one year it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they gave refunds. But yeah, I mean, but even despite all of that, I mean, the games sold 10 million units in the first 3 days.
I believe that.
Which is absurd. Highest selling game on any Nintendo platform.
Wow.
Boom. Just like that. 10 million in 3 days. Insane. But some people are choosing to get their money back.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. And that's again one of those situations where like you buy one, you buy the other, or they do sell both at the same time. So people are buying both games. But still, it's very interesting. Very interesting to hear.
So interesting bit of news there.
Yeah.
Another thing I thought was really kind of fun. This happened a couple of weeks ago, actually, but I just thought I would bring it up.
Okay.
There, people mod things all the time, right?
Damn it, Jack.
Yeah, Jack is up with that trend. So my cat has now decided, and since I'm not going to give her a treat, she's getting high off of a catnip mouse.
Oh boy.
So she's going to attack me in a few minutes.
Want to get high?
You're just gonna see like claws fly. And,
no. I'm waiting for the tree to get thrown across.
the tree gets thrown at me. So a modder decided. I love what modders do because like they do all these random things, and I'm like, what made you think of doing this?
I know.
Like I sometimes I just want to know, like, it just in your mind, you're like, I'm going to challenge myself and do this crazy thing. But I thought this was kind of fun. So a modder decided to take a Nintendo Wii and convert it into a Mac Mini.
Ooh.
So
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I have no idea how he did it, but it's just interesting. You know, the Wii's been around for about what, 15 years
15
now?
years now
Yeah,
at
it's
this
been
point.
out
Yeah.
15 years.
Yep.
So somebody took basically somebody just took the insides of a Mac Mini, insert it into a Nintendo Wii, like insert it into the board of the Nintendo
Interesting.
Wii, and now he uses his Nintendo Wii as a Mac Mini.
There you go. So you can use the Wii as his Mac. You use the VCS as his PC. Look, you got your whole home console, your home computers right there.
Yeah. So the modder's name is Luke Miani.
Luke.
Miani. I almost want to say Miami, but it's Miani. So
Miani,
yeah. So Miani made a mini. Mini Miani. So just a really weird random thing. And the reason why he did it is because he said the Mac Mini is similar in size to the Wii. So it was easy to retrofit it, I guess.
All right, interesting.
So there you go, a little bit of that. And then one last small bit of news is just sometimes we like to point out when there are retro game sightings on TV or film.
Yes.
There was a retro game sighting in the new Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special on Disney Plus.
Okay.
As a Christmas spoiler alert if you haven't watched it yet.
Oh boy,
don't listen to this, but I guess I haven't watched it yet either, but I read this online and I thought it was cute. But as a Christmas gift, Star-Lord gives Groot a Game Boy.
Oh, really?
Game Boy. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So nice little retro game pop up in
that's very cool.
Our current Christmas special. So that was cool. And speaking of Christmas specials, it's that time of year now. It's that festive time of year. I need to, and I'm now officially adding it to my traditional Christmas rotation. 8-Bit Christmas, I will be watching again.
That really was such a good movie.
It was so good.
It was just wholesome.
Good. Yep, and that I will watch that. Now that I add that to the list, it goes with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Of course.
And whatever the hell else I watch. March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Yes,
which a lot of people don't even know exists because it was in the 30s.
My mother hates that movie.
I'm sure my sister will still watch Babes in Toyland with Drew Barrymore and Keanu Reeves.
When did that come out?
That came out in the 80s when she was
for
a kid.
Real? Like they're trying to get on her ET fame at that point before
they were trying to get on her ET fame at the time. Keanu Reeves, that might have been his first movie.
That has to be,
and I would believe it because he sings in it.
That is phenomenal.
But the movie had no budget, and you can they probably gave all the money to Drew Barrymore, but the movie had no budget, and you can tell because when you get to the sets on the film, they're terrible.
Really?
They're terrible. Like there's just big empty space around.
Oh my God, that's
cardboard things that they built. It's so bad.
That's like season 3 of the original Batman 66.
Yep.
With Adam West and Burt Ward.
Yep.
Seasons 1 and 2 were amazing, gorgeous, these giant elaborate sets. Season 3, short of the Batcave, they're walking into like a shop of some sort, and it's literally just the cutout frame of a door and then just a black backdrop. Like it was just the soundstage. It was
a made-for-TV movie too, which is why the budget was.
I got
made-for-TV movie. Ready? Listen to the cast. I'm sorry, we're going off here.
No, that's fine.
Retro movie. We're talking Christmas.
Why not?
Drew Barrymore, Keanu Reeves, Richard Mulligan. If you remember Richard Mulligan from Empty Nest, he was the villain in the movie.
Was he? Oh, maybe I do remember this.
And Pat Morita, Mr. Miyagi.
What stereotypical part did they have him play?
He was he was the toy master.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
But
I
just
might have seen this.
just a crazy, yeah. I mean, when you see it, Eileen Brennan was also in it. I don't know if anybody knows who Eileen Brennan. She was Mrs. Peacock in Clue.
Okay, yes.
So, but yeah, if you ever are bored and want to waste an hour and a half watching something terrible, watch Babes
many times.
Watch Babes in Toyland.
Okay, yeah. Putting that on my list.
Just insane.
Absolutely and insane. With that, I mean, do you have any other news? Or
no more retro news. Let's get out of here.
Let's wrap this up. All right, awesome. As we again finally overhauled the turkey and the stuffing and the cranberry. One more time, man, hit us where they can find us.
You guys can find us on Facebook.com/RetroGamersPodcast, on Instagram at RetroGamersPodcast, on Twitter at RetroGamersPod. You can watch us on YouTube at RetroGamersPodcast. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, and you can email us at email@theretrogamers.com.
And with that, we're going to wrap it up. And thank you very much. Have a wonderful week.
You have a wonderful week as well.
And we'll catch you everywhere next week on the Retro Gamers Podcast.